Police shooting in Dallas and several big events scheduled here in the tri-state in the next few weeks have disaster planning specialists in our area on high alert. Medical reporter Liz Bonus joins us now to explain the focus on saving lives. Liz.
Hey, good afternoon, Paula. The disaster management team at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center told me today there are two steps that they are working on right now. One is called rapid expansion in the emergency room, and it's training. The other is training for you and me in one area that could save lives before patients even get to the emergency room. Whether it's an active shooter on the streets, a medical epidemic, or even severe trauma from flooding or tornadoes.
All those sort of things boil down to large numbers of patients, far above what we're used to dealing with, somewhat exceeding the resources that we have.
So recently, Dr. Dustin Calhoun has had his disaster planning team focus not just on overall readiness with the ability to add instant staff, but also how to add instant space. This rapid expansion, as it's called, would leave those very sick or near death right here in this emergency room and triage others not as critical to a space surrounding it.
So things such as outpatient clinics, same-day surgery, things like that normally wouldn't be used for these acute patients.
But recently his team has also focused on training that could save lives before people ever get to the ER. He's a big supporter of having more of these stations with AEDs or automated external defibrillators available. They are now in cafeterias, fitness centers, and those trained to use them can help prevent sudden cardiac death. Right next to that, however, there's a new push to have something also available. It would have supplies like these should a person need to stop bleeding urgently.
Probably going to be co-opted right next to where you have an AED. You have another similar size station with a bunch of tourniquets and gauze and gloves in them.
Dr. Calhoun says at the Boston Marathon bombings, those items in a medical tent close by saved lives.
2 to 3 minutes of severe bleeding can be the difference between a patient that when they get to the hospital we can save their life versus not.
Now, they've already started this type of bleeding management training at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. They hope it will expand to malls and schools and workplaces where, sadly, we are in the times where it may be needed.
From Local 12.